is move that. Need a pair of, you know, those water pumps? We want this, when I set these, we want this to be perfectly straight, no toe, and then we can manipulate it from there. This wants to be up against this 886, locked down, and then we will adjust this toe so that we're good. Again, the steering has to be centered with this edge of the cross member, because putting it on here on the frame head has centered all this with the car. So that's how we do that. And in a moment, my sous chef will be back, and we will manipulate this. Yeah? Yes. We're not going to, but you need to use something that doesn't mark this. And adjust it until you're happy. Still isn't right. Now we're going to show you a car in a minute that I put this front end on that has never been on an alignment rack. I set it with this, and then I set it on the car with by measuring front to back. Now I'm happy with that. So again, now we want to check the camber, and I didn't bring the level. You don't know where it is. We're going to have to cut this off for a moment. Pretty flat. All right, go. Kenny?
That's down.
All right, here we are back. We've got our trusty little level, and you want to set this so that level is happy in the middle. We set it 0 this way, 0 this way, and then we can manipulate. If you need to manipulate the camber, you can manipulate it with these washers. And these washers can be either taken out, or what I did on my own car is I slotted one, slipped it down in there, and then retightened this nut. Or if you want to take one out, that becomes a little more problems, but you can withdraw this bolt. This ball joint fixture you can withdraw out of here without taking any of this apart. You may have to remove the tie rod, but I don't even think that's necessary. So basically, that's how we do this. Naturally, we're going to have to do the other side, but it's a repeat of this. And again, if you need to manipulate the camber you can move this camber adjustment, caster adjustment, I'm sorry. But don't move it a lot, just slightly, because it affects the bump steer. So that's about all we have to show you in regards to this front end. And if you have any further questions, call Kenny, don't call me. All right, this is the steering part of this thing. This is not included in the kit, but it must be done to make it work. This is a stock steering. And what we've done is we build this collar that accepts a bearing, this collar that gets pushed on the shaft, and this what's called a double D shaft is what these Borgesons connect to. It's called a double D. Just slips right over there, set screws on. The hot rodders have used 100 of them, maybe 102. This is what's called a double D shaft. You put these two U-joints on here, the steering and the rack, and you cut yourself a piece of shaft and you're done. Now this is stock. This is what I've done. This is an I Did It tilt coddle, and it's pretty expensive, but it comes out very, very nicely. We're going to show you one in the car, but this comes from I Did It. U-joints come from Borgeson, and we have all these pieces to make you whole, but it is not included with the front suspension. So I'm going to take you over and show you a couple of pictures of the car, and then we're out of here. Thank you. This is the front end installed on my own car. This is a 2-inch wider unit. We offer 3 widths. This is the widest one. The reason it's widest is it ain't got no fenders. So that's about all we've got for you today. The shock absorber is kind of self-explanatory. You just, after you get everything finished, you simply install the shock. So we've done this in hopes of helping you, and if you need some questions answered, we can answer them. We're also in the process of developing a sway bar for this car, and as soon as we get it developed, you're going to know about it. Thank you very much again.